Hi folks, my name is Daniel McPherson, and over the next 4 to 5 minutes I'm going to give you a lightning demonstration of Sharevolution. It's the world's first app store that's been designed especially for SharePoint. It's built to be compatible with the Microsoft BPOS solution. We're working on support for Office 365, and it should work with a number of SharePoint hosters that are already out there on the internet today. Everything you see in this demo is available for you to try yourselves. All you need to do is go to www.sharevolutionhq.com. What we're looking at now is the homepage of Sharevolution, and it looks like probably any other store you've seen on the internet. At the top we have a slider which advertises the various products we've got available. We've got a featured product immediately after that, and then scrolling down you can see that we've got the latest products listed, we've got bestsellers, and we've got the most popular. What we can do is then search for a solution. So let's say, for example, we wanted to add some Twitter-like functionality to our BPOS environment. What I could do is go into the search box and type in Twitter, and let's see what we can find. So in a few seconds you see it's brought back a result which is talking about a solution called Team Talk, and Team Talk looks to be exactly what we're looking for. Clicking on Team Talk, we can get a bit more information about the solution and even take a look at screenshots so that we know what we're getting ahead of time. So scrolling down, you'll see those screenshots down here at the bottom. Now before I go any further, I'd just like to show you that on the other tab in my browser, I've got a standard BPOS SharePoint environment up and running. So this is as if I just created a brand new site inside of Microsoft BPOS. It's running on the Microsoft service itself. So where Sharevolution starts to become different to any other store you've seen before is when I click on the Install Now button. Clicking on Install Now pulls up a dialog box where we have two options. On the left, we have direct install, which I'll come back to. On the right, we have download. So download you're probably pretty familiar with. That would be downloading the solution onto my PC, and from there I could go ahead and install it into my SharePoint environment. That's pretty normal, that's pretty standard. On the left hand side though, we have a pretty special set of technologies we've built into Sharevolution, and basically these technologies allow you to install any solutions in the store with just a single click. Now because this is the first time I've used Sharevolution, the first thing I need to do is register a site, a SharePoint site with the storefront. So I've clicked on the Add New Site button, and now it's prompted me to enter in information about my BPOS SharePoint site. So the first thing for me to do is enter in the URL. I'm going to enter in my username, and I'm going to enter in my password. And for the demo purpose, I'm going to store my password, although you don't need to. And if you don't store the password with us, then you'll simply get prompted for it each time. The final step I need to do is enter in a name for the site. This is going to be my Twitter example site. Now with all that done, all I need to do from here is click on the install button, and Sharevolution will go ahead and install that site for us automatically in the background. This might take a couple of seconds, but the important thing is that it's cutting down the number of steps the end user needs to take in order to get SharePoint solutions into their BPOS environment. Now you can see there that's been completed, and we've got a URL where we can go and view the site. So I'm going to click on that URL, and what we should see is a new browser tab opens up, and in a few seconds we should see a nice freshly installed Team Status solution which brings Twitter-like functionality to SharePoint. On the right hand side we have a box where you can enter in your status. So for example, this is a tweet, and I can click on the update button, and what you'll see is my tweet appears over here on the left hand side. And there it is. If I like, I can now go and reply to that tweet, and we even support functionality like hashtags. So it's a pretty advanced little solution that you can build with SharePoint and using the web services and JavaScript, and it's a great sort of solution of what you can include inside of the store and what's available. So with that demo out of the way, there's just one more thing I'd like to show you, and that is we also support themes. So I'm going to close down this previous installation and then click on the themes category and then take a look to see what themes we've got available for our BPOS environment. So one of the themes here is a red theme, which sounds pretty good. I think I'd like to add a red theme to my SharePoint site. Again, I can take a look at the theme, get a description of it, and look at screenshots, and then when I'm ready I can click on the Install Now button. Click on the Install Now button. This time in the direct install we've actually got our site already pre-registered. So rather than telling Sharevolution about our SharePoint site, I can just select that from the drop down, and after selected I'm just one click away from changing the look and feel of our SharePoint site. So I've clicked on the Install button. Behind the scenes we've taken the designer's package and we're unpackaging that and we're automatically applying that new look and feel to the SharePoint site. The interesting thing about themes is it's not just CSS and graphics and those sorts of things, but it's actually replacing the entire master page. So by replacing the master page, we also make a whole range of different functionality that can influence the UI possible. So here's my SharePoint site. I've clicked on the F5 button to refresh, and what we should see in a moment is a brand new look and feel applied to our SharePoint site. And there we go. We've got a brand new look and feel applied to our SharePoint site. Now if we decide that that look and feel isn't exactly what we had in mind, then I can return to my Sharevolution store. I can then click on the rollback button, and just as quickly as we applied it, our SharePoint site is reverted back to looking like a standard SharePoint site. So returning here, pressing F5 again, we should return to the familiar blue look and feel of our SharePoint site. Folks, that's all I wanted to show you. Thanks very much for your time. Hopefully you think like we do. The Sharevolution is going to be revolutionary in terms of bringing solutions to SharePoint. Thanks very much.